Engineering control, enclosure and segregation of process, local exhaust ventilation (LEV), dilution ventilation system, isolate workers from hazard source, respiratory protective equipment (RPE), used when other controls insufficient, protect against airborne contaminants, must be properly fitted and maintained. Respiration types, benefits and limitations. Disposable benefit is lightweight and easy to use, but limitation is limited protection, single time use. Half mask, reusable, better, seal, replaceable filters, require maintenance. Full face mask, benefits eye and respiratory protection, and limitations is heavier and communication difficult.
It is very important, okay, to learn properly the respiratory protective equipment. Keep remember respiratory protective equipment are two. Respirator and breathing apparatus. What is the difference between the both? In respirators, we utilize the same air. And in the breathing apparatus, we will not utilize the air over there in the area. We will use the cylinders, like oxygen cylinder over there. So this is the difference between these two. Like I am wearing a mask and I filter this room air and goes inside my lungs. That is what? That is respirator. But if I have a cylinder of breathing apparatus, then it is called breathing apparatus. Okay, continue.
Self-contained BA.
Yes.
Benefits.
It is called SCABA. What is it called? Yes. Self-contained breathing apparatus. Yes.
Benefits, independent air supply.
Very good.
Limitations, heavy and limited duration.
Very good.
Airline BA. Benefits, long duration use, and limitations is restricted movement.
Yes. Because due to the hose, it can be your movement can be restricted.
Other personal protective equipment, hand protections like gloves for chemical prevention and heat, eye protection like goggles, face shields, body protection, coveralls, aprons, used as last line of defense. Health surveillance, control sport, detect early signs of occupational illness, used where exposure cannot be eliminated, includes hearing and lung function test, confirms effectiveness of controls. Thanks for your concentration.
Okay. Mr. Sharia presenting you the topic, very important topic. Must understand, and if you are using like breathing apparatus, practical training is very important. Like for example, in breathing apparatus, you have cylinder of 40 minutes. So going to confined space, you will not use it for 40 minutes. You will use it for 30 minutes, for example. 10 minutes is for the safety purpose.
Yes, sir.
5 minutes for going inside the confined space and 5 minutes for the outside the space. So whenever a technical like you student will go to oil and gas and you don't aware about the practical training of the breathing apparatus especially. So until you are not practically trained, then don't go inside with the new apparatus and first time because it may be very, very dangerous for you. And without the breathing apparatus and the hazardous area is there, like carbon monoxide gas is there, or H2S vapors are there, high ppm, then you will not enter to that confined space without breathing apparatus. You remember that incident?
Yes, sir.
ATCO, how many workers died?
3.
3. Why they died? Because first worker went inside the confined space, he didn't get. Then next. So whenever a concentration is area of there is high, you have to not enter without proper protective or preventive system over there. Check your kindly mobile phone.
Okay.
Let's go. Which one is it of you? Second last. This one? Wait.
ये delete करना है.
Good. Now check it. Forward this.
My name is Sayyid and my presentation for today is element 7.2. Element 7.2 is about assessment of health risk. How can a chemical and biological organism enter the body? Which is the highest risk route of entry and why? Route of entries: inhalation, inhalable dust, all particles; respirable dust, only smaller particles; ingestion, through eating and something; absorption through the skin; cuts and scars are leading causes of this.
Good.
Injection through the skin, needle, stick, cuts, and grazes, bites. Defense mechanism: our body has two main defense. Cellular, it is the internal defense system that helps fight bacteria and other toxins from blood. Superficial, it is the external defense system of the body, prevents bacteria or viruses to enter the body through skin and nose. Respiratory defenses: sneeze reflex, a forceful explosion of air through the lungs. Filtration in nasal cavity, it filters out the dust and air particles from the nose. Mucociliary excreta, tiny hairs that prevent bacteria to get into the lungs. Macrophages or
Cyanocytes.
cells that keep everything clean, safe and running smoothly. Inflammatory response, body's natural healing mechanism that protects from external germs and viruses.
Good.
Skin defense, waterproof barrier, compromises of outer layer, epidermis, inner layer, dermis. Defense mechanism includes replenishment of dead cells, sebum, biochemical properties.
Inflammatory response. See your skin, okay? This is a different type of layer are there in your skin. Under the skin there are different types. Like the outer layer is called epidermis and the inner side is called dermis. So I told you in burn especially that when burns is occurred, so sometimes the burn damage your outer layer. But in serious burns, sometimes it burn the inner layer, which is called dermis. So for the dermis now professional treatment is required of burning. So cannot be healed easily. It cannot be healed easily at home. Okay, now can continue, please.
Assessment of health risk: identify the hazardous substances present and the people who might potentially be exposed.
Good.
Gather information about the substance.
Good.
Evaluate the health risk. Identify any controls needed and implement them. Record the assessment and action taken, and then review it.
Good. Very important slide. Okay. Whenever health risks are there, you must do proper risk assessment for it. So first is identification of the hazardous substance. The second one is gathering information about that substance. From where we can gather information? From the external, but from the chemical or substance, there are two main important things. One is called label, and the other one is called MSDS. You can get some information from the label, manufacturer guideline, and sometimes the more detailed information can be present in the MSDS or SDS, material safety data sheet. Like in the tablets, you see a script is there, inside the paper is there due to the with the medicine. So this is MSDS with detail. Then evaluate health risk, how it is affected. Like in our country, more people are taking medicines, like they are taking antibiotics, but there are some side effects also. So you have to check what kind of health risk is associated with that kind of chemical exposure. Then you have to identify what control is required. Then after control, then you have to implement those controls for that chemical. And then record the assessment and action taken. All of the steps must be recorded. And review as update is necessary, then you have to review it. Okay.
Assessment of health risk. What should be kept in the assessment?
Good.
Hazardous nature of substance.
Good.
Potential ill health effects.
Shabash.
Physical forms.
Very
Routes
good.
of entry.
Yes.
Quantity.
Yes.
Number of people.
Yes.
Frequency of exposure.
Good.
Duration of exposure.
Yes.
And control measures.
Shabash.
Product label.
Very good.
How can we make a better risk assessment?
Yes.
Set requirements. Name of substance or
Yes.
mixture.
Yes.
Hazardous components.
Yes.
Risk phases. Identifying danger.
Good.
Precautions.
Yes.
Detail of suppliers.
Yes.
Safety data sheet. But contain
What?
is identified.
Very important slide. It can come to in your paper. Okay, sometime in the scenario they asking the MSDS was okay or not in the scenario. So these are the requirement for MSDS. Can't you explain?
Identification of substance and supplier,
Very good.
hazard identification,
Yes.
composition of ingredients,
Yes.
first aid measures,
Mhm.
firefighting measures,
Good.
accidental release measures,
Shabash.
handling and storage, exposure control PPE,
Good.
physical chemical properties,
Good.
stability and reactivity,
Good.
toxicology information,
Toxic. How much toxic is? Ecological information.
ecological
What do we
information,
mean by ecological? Which affect our ecosystem, like environment, our water, etc., reservoirs, etc.
disposal concentration,
Good.
transport of information,
Good.
regular information, other
Regulatory information.
regulatory information,
From the regulatory bodies like government, etc.
other
Good.
information.
Other information like date, name, address of the supplier, etc. can be present on MSDS, expiry date, etc.
The role of hazardous substance monitoring. Monitoring personal exposure to hazardous substances is sometimes necessary to quantify the
Good.
concentration of substance that a worker is potentially exposed to.
Good.
For example, personal
Dosimeter
dosimeter
for
for
dust exposure.
dust exposure, a filter and air pump is worn by worker while working,
Good.
gives average value over time.
Yes. You can check your exposure level by dosimeter, and you can check how much vapors are there or for how much time you are exposing to it.
Limitation of hazardous substance monitoring. Accuracy of results, variation in personal exposure, habits and practices. Absence of standard, not everything has a limit.
Good.
Other exposure routes, monitoring forces only on airborne
Sometimes
commitment.
lacking of limitation, some negative that like impact are also there. Sometimes it is not exact. Complete result is not okay. Complete result may not be given. So you have to check different time, multiple level of the general results. Then you will take an average result also. Very good. Thank you. What's your name? Mustafa Hadi. Clapping for him. Next, please.
Today, the topic I am going to discuss with you is asbestos. We will discuss health risk identification and control of asbestos.
Good.
First of all, we will see what is asbestos. A generic name for a collection of naturally occurring minerals. After that, properties renowned for being fire resistant, having excellent heat resistance, and being chemically inert. There are three forms of asbestos. First one is blue,
Good.
that is called crocidolite,
Crocidolite.
and second one is
Brown.
brown, amosite,
Good.
and third is white, which is called
Tile. Pressure tile.
chrysotile.
Yes. ACM.
ACM, this is a term which we will use in the next slide. Any material in
ACM means asbestos containing material. What does it call? Any material? Explain it, please. What is ACM?
Any material incorporating asbestos is termed as asbestos containing material.
Right.
This term we will use in next class.
Good.
Here is a question, where does it hide? कि किस जगह पे एस्बेस्टॉस छुपा हो सकता है, वो चीज़ों को हमने आइडेंटिफाई करना है। पहली चीज़ है स्ट्रक्चर एलिमेंट्स फाउंड इन रूफ्स, सीमेंट, सीलिंग टाइल्स, walls and fire breaks, and interior finishes present in floor tiles and decorative plaster known as artex,
Good.
and industrial infrastructure used in down pipe lagging and asbestos roof. Legacy equipment, common in gasket for old boilers, furnaces and chemical fiber.
Very good.
Health risk, respiratory impact. हेल्थ रिस्क के दो टाइप्स के होंगे, एक है रेस्पिरेटरी इम्पैक्ट और दूसरा है मेसोथेलिमिया
Thelioma.
and plagues. The hazard starts from inhalation, the asbestos fiber or dust. The first disease is asbestosis. Fiber lodge deep in the lung, causing scarring of tissues and severe breathing difficulties. Fatality risk. Asbestos can be fatal and significantly increase the risk of developing lung cancer.
Good.
After that, the second disease is lung cancer. Fiber triggers cancerous growth in lung tissues that is actually fatal.
अजान हो गई, थोड़ा सा check कर ले.
Mesothelioma. Fiber migrates into cavities around the lungs, triggering growth in the lining tissue. Severity is mesothelioma is always fatal. Diffuse pleural thickening, the thickening of the lung lining, pleural plaques that cause breathing issue but is not fatal. And the latency period. Symptoms does not appear for years, 10 to 15 years for asbestosis and 30 to 40 years for mesothelioma.
It is chronic effect due to the asbestos. Okay. When workers are exposed to it, it damage the lungs and cancer causing like asbestosis or mesothelioma. For after a long time, the worker came to know that this cancer due to the asbestos fibers in the workplace, because sometimes they didn't save themselves from asbestosis. And most of the countries now ban asbestos utilization. Okay? Most of the countries have banned asbestos now in the world because of the risk.
The duty to manage. There is a legal framework applied in UK, which is developed and implemented in 2012. Control of asbestos regulations, regulation number 4. The statutory duty Under UK law, the duty to manage
Asbestos.
asbestos in non-domestic premises is a legal requirement.
Good.
Who is the duty holder? Duty holder. The responsibility exists rests with the person or organization in control of the maintenance and repair of the premises.
Good.
Owner, occupiers, or managing agents. The asbestos register, you are legally required to find out if asbestos is present and what condition it is in. कि मतलब अगर asbestos present भी है तो वो किस condition में होगा.
Yes.
Record the location and condition in an asbestos register. के लोकेशन और कंडीशन को आपने उस रजिस्टर के अंदर मेंशन कर लेना है ताकि आइंदा रेफरेंस के तौर पर काम आ सके. द मैनेजमेंट प्लान, यू मस्ट क्रिएट एंड implement a formal plan to manage the risk and act on it. Mandatory communication, you must provide this information to anyone who is able to work on or disturb these materials such as maintenance contractors.
Good.
Practical management steps. Survey. Identification using involve a professional survey and material sampling. The rule of presumption. If a material is suspected to contain asbestos but it is unproven, you must assume it is ACM. ACM already told ACM containing asbestos containing material. The asbestos register maintained to update record of all identified or presumed ACM. Competency. Survey and management must be done by competent people or external surveyors. Remediation and control strategy. Condition and action required. First of all, you have to check the condition of the asbestos present. If it is in good condition, you have to only label it and leave it undisturbed. If it is damaged, it is acceptable, but you have to encapsulate it and label and leave.
Good.
But if it is in poor condition, you must remove immediately. HSE licensing. In Great Britain, work on ACM must often be performed by an HSE license contractor. Thank you.
So, very important topic. I hope so you have learned a lot of knowledge from it. First of all, I check, then we will take a break after namaz, okay? Then after that we will continue. How much time? Okay.
Even unnecessary gases, and that's going to continue for a period of time to come.
It is a very good building material, there's no question about it. The only problem is how we discovered that it kills people.
Building trade will be around the material when it starts to disintegrate, or when there's a repair being done, or exposed.
There was enough evidence out there decades ago to stop to using these products.
Video is lengthy, we will watch it after the prayer. Okay, prayer break. जब कॉल आ जाती है ना ये उसकी वजह से